It's a good question. Abram is the patriarch of the faith. He's the father of the faithful. He's the friend of God. And when he left, here's what it says, and Abram was very rich in cattle and silver and gold. It didn't just tell us that Abram was rich, it told us how rich he was, very rich. And it told us how he was rich, because God knew that some people were gonna say, Myron, it's not talking about money inheritance, it's talking about a godly heritage. That sounds good if you wanna make an excuse for yourself. But God said, I'm gonna give him, make him very rich in cattle and silver and gold. So just so y'all don't be confused. Right after it says, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, the next verse says, house and riches are the inheritance of fathers, and a prudent wife is from the Lord. What does that mean? Well, it means God's design is for fathers to give their children house and riches. How much better would your life be if when you became an adult and got married, your parents gave you a house and some riches? You'd be living a different kind of life right now, wouldn't you? Right. So I'm going to quote a friend of mine, Dr. Sonia. Here's what she says. You may not come from a wealthy family, but a wealthy family should come from you. And by the way, anybody can do that. Okay. So Abram was very rich in cattle and silver and gold. That's the second time it's mentioned. This is mentioned. So the first time it's mentioned as providence for God's people. The second time it's mentioned as a possession by God's people. Maybe God intends for his people to have some abundance. In fact, Abram was so rich that when 5 nations came and conquered Sodom and Gomorrah and took his nephew hostage, he said, oh no, you didn't take my nephew, you ain't take my brother's son.